Alright, Algebra 1 review, first semester final exam. I'm going to work out some of the problems that are a little bit more difficult. For others that are not as difficult, or just to check your answers, you can go to my website, click over on Algebra Worksheets on the left-hand column over here. Find Algebra Worksheets, click for a list of worksheets. There will be a folder for options throughout the semester. You'll want Final Semester 1. Click on that folder, and if you want the answer key to check your answers, in that folder you'll do Review Semester 1 key. If you just want a blank copy to start over, or you lost or forgot yours, you can click on that one right there. For the ones that take a little bit more work, starting with number 13, you should go through and check 1 through 12 and make sure that you got those right. Use a calculator so that you don't make minimal mistakes while you're doing complicated problems. I'm going to add these like terms together first. 4 minus 9 is negative 5p. Complete the rest of the equation. Subtraction property of equality comes next. Equals negative 25. Divide by negative 5 on both sides to get p equals 5. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. In number 14, you're going to distribute first and get 5z minus 30 equals negative 15. Addition property of equality comes first. 5z equals 15. And then divide by 5 on both sides and get z equals 3. You can pause or slow down or rewind the camera at any time that you need to, the video, to go back and double check and relook. Next one, you have a fraction multiplied by a variable. The coefficient is a fraction. Best way to do the inverse of a fraction, to cancel it out, is to multiply by its reciprocal. 3/5 multiplied by 5/3 will give you just w. But whatever you do to one side of the equation, you have to do to the other side of the equation. Use a calculator. Don't make simple mistakes, or cross-reduce if you need to. You get w equals 15. And you can always plug your answers back in during the exam to make sure that they're working. Number 18. This is probably too small to read from the camera, but you have your paper in front of you. A new plasma screen television costs $5,250. We already know the total cost. A family makes a down payment of $552. They already took care of that. They already paid for that. Pays off the balance in 12 equal monthly payments. 12 payments, but we don't know how much those payments are. So that becomes our variable. Write and solve an equation. There's your equation. Down payment plus 12 monthly payments for the total cost of the TV. Subtract 552 from both sides. You get 12x equals $4,698. Use a calculator for that. Divide by 12. Calculate that out. You find out that x equals 391.5. Now this is a word problem, so make sure that it makes sense. Go back and check your answer, plug it in, and then answer it as a final answer. A monthly payment of $391.50. Take that times 12 and add 552 to it. You should come up with the total of your TV. Number 19, the multi-step problem. There's a lot of parts to this. There's A, B, C, D, and E. You're talking about a local pizza shop. If the cost of a large pizza with one topping is $10.50, how much would it cost to purchase one large and 5 medium pizzas? Up above, you get as many medium one topping pizzas as you would like for $6.50 each. Well, how many would we like? We would like 5 of them. Calculate that out. It's going to cost you $43. 43. Part B, complete the table. Calculate the total cost of purchasing one large pizza and the indicated number of medium pizzas. So we're going to change this 5 to a 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Use a calculator. 1050 plus 5 times 0. It's just going to cost $10.50 for one large pizza. If you add a medium to that, now that becomes a 1. Calculate that out, you get 17. Change that to a 2. It's now $23.50. Change it to a 3, it's $30. 4 medium pizzas is $36.50. And 5 medium pizzas, we already know, is $43. Part C, graph the results of that. But it says you have to label each axis properly. So if I'm going to label my axis properly, move this over so I have room, we're going to have anywhere from 0 to 4 pizzas. That's going to go on our x-axis. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But we can't just number 0 through whatever on our y-axis. We're going to have to double check. How high does it go? For 4 pizzas, it's $36.50. Can we go by 1s? No, because we don't have 37 marks. Can we go by 2s? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Not high enough. What about if we went by 5s? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Looks like we're going to be able to make it. 0 pizzas cost $10.50. So we got to go a little above $10. 1 pizza cost us $17, so a little above $15. 2 pizzas was $23.50. It's almost halfway, a little bit more than halfway. 3 pizzas was $30, and 4 pizzas was $36.50, a little bit more. Since each medium pizza costs the same amount, we have a perfect slope, rise over run, a linear graph. You would know if you made a mistake if one of your points was out of order. Each medium pizza costs the same, so the increase is the same. Part D of that, we need to write a rule to represent that function. Write a rule. We know it's cost of pizza, so let's use cost, C. 1 large pizza, that price is always $10.50, and you can add as many medium pizzas as you want. As many medium pizzas as we want. How much do the medium pizzas cost? $6.50 for every medium pizza. Now, if you wanted to write that a little bit more linearly and a little bit more mathematically, we could just write 6.5 m plus 10. Either one of those equations would be acceptable. More pizza. You and a group of friends decide to pool your money to have a pizza party. You have a total of $80. As soon as you know what you have, write it down. You do purchase 1 large pizza for $10.50 because that's part of the deal. How many medium pizzas can you buy? Well, we have our equation up here. 6.5 m. We can buy up to 80 pizzas, up to $80 worth. Do the math. Subtract $10.50 from both sides. From there, we have 6.5 or 650, and 80 minus 1050 is 69.5. divide by 6.5. And mathematically, you find out the number of medium pizzas comes out to 10.69. Well, this is a real life question. Don't answer it like that. You can't call Pizza Hut or Pizza Ranch or Domino's and tell them you want 0.69 parts of a pizza. You can't buy 11 pizzas because you're not going to have enough money. We're going to disregard the tip to your delivery driver, or maybe somebody went and picked it up. So how many pizzas can we buy? You can't round up. We can buy 10 pizzas. Double check your math. Make sure it makes sense. 1050 plus 650 times 10 would be $65. $65 plus 1050 would be $75.50. So we will have enough money. Carry on, cross-multiplying. The directions will tell you to cross-multiply to solve the proportions. Some of you will still get a little bit stuck. In the cross-multiplying, once you cross-multiply, this becomes an equation, no more ratios or proportions. You get 2y equals, and then when you cross-multiply this way, you get 36. A proportion will become an equation after you cross-multiply. And then in this one, you have a nice one-step solving, y equals 18. A little bit more complicated, but not much. 3a times 12 is 36a. And cross-multiply this way. 4 times 36 is 144. Take your 144, divide it by 36 on both sides, trying to isolate the variable, get a by itself, and 144 divided by 36 is 4. These will take a little bit more work, a few more steps, because of the expression has an addition sign in it. We're still going to cross multiply 33m. But now you're going to equal 11 times m plus 4. It's not just an 11m. Oops, m plus 24. It's 11 times m plus 24. So you're going to have to use the distributive property first. Over here we keep 33m. Over here we get 11m plus 264. Get like terms together by minusing 11m from both sides. And you have 22m's equals 264. Take 264 and divide it by 22. Wow, I don't know what happened to my m there. And you get m equals 12. Plug it back in, check your answer. The two ratios will be equal. Another a little bit more complicated distributive property, because you have expression in both fractions, both ratios. I'm going to go this way first. You have the option of going the other way first. 4 times x plus 4, and then this way equals 24 times x minus 1. Distribute here 20x plus 16, and distribute here 24x minus 24. Do not lose that negative sign. From here, I'm going to get like terms on the same side of the equation again. Minus 24x from both sides, you get negative 4x. Plus 16 equals negative 24. Do not lose those negatives. They're important. Minus 16 to get the constants together. Negative 4x equals negative 40. One last step. If you divide by negative 4 on both sides, you get x equals 10. That's a long one. Slow down, take your time, don't lose your negatives. Again, pause the video and work through it on your own instead of just watching me do it. Number 24, this is still in the proportions section, so you probably should take a pretty good guess that you're going to make a proportion. Biologists tagged 200 sunfish from a lake. On Friday, they counted 10 tagged fish out of a sample of 150. We have 10 tagged fish out of 150. Let's label that so we know what we did. Tagged and total. They caught 150 fish, 10 of them were tagged. Estimate the total number of sunfish in the lake. Estimate the total. We do not know the total. We know that they tagged 200. Cross multiply, 10x equals 30,000. And if you divide both those sides by 10, you can think or get a pretty good idea that there will be 3,000 sunfish in the lake. Finding slope. Be careful, watch your negatives, use the formula. The formula will be given to you on the exam. This is your first x, this is your first y, this is your second x, this is your second y. Take the second y minus the first y, minus a -4. Second x, -2, minus your first x, -5. Immediately turn those into plus signs. 2 plus 4 is 6, -2 plus 5 is 3. And make sure you divide or reduce. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Slope is 2. Now, just to show, if you went the other way around, what if you called this your second point and this your first point? Oops. You're going to get the same answer as you would the other way as long as you're consistent. Different problem here, but I'm going to work at 7 minus 3 and -4 minus -1. 7 minus 3 is 4. -4 minus a -1, which is positive, will give you a -3. -4/3 is your answer. If you did it consistently in the other order and took 3 minus 7, you would get -4. -1 minus -4 gives you a +3. These are equivalent answers. Doesn't matter where you put the negative. It can be in the numerator, it can be in the denominator, or it could be out in front. Just please make sure you leave it as an improper fraction, as slope is measured as rise over run. At no point ever would you turn that into 1 1/3 or 1.333. Keep it as rise over run. All right, 27. You can take a look at this one on the answer key and go through, describe the error. Try finding the slope on your own and see what happens. Don't even look at what they did. If you just found the slope without looking at their error, would you be able to go back and find their error? We'll practice graphing because you have to do that more than once in a lot of the exam. Reminder that this is y equals mx plus b. The m, in this case, is 5. And b, the base, is -4. Base is y-intercept. Y-axis is right here. -4 is down 4. For our slope, it says our slope is 5, but we want rise over run. We don't have a run, so put it over 1. From your base, from your y-intercept, go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and to the right 1, and draw your line. And don't just play dot to dot. Extend your line through your points. Show that it goes infinitely. Number 29, we're going to start up 1 And there you have a choice. Are you going to go down 3 and right 4? Or are you going to go up 3 and left 4? You can't do both, even though the negative is out in front. You can go down 3 and to the right 4 spaces, or you can go up 3 and to the left 4 spaces. We'll give you the different point, but on the same line. Always make sure your buddy here is skiing from left to right. He's going downhill. Why is he going downhill? Because it's negative. Over on number 28, he'll be skiing uphill because it's positive. Next up, on number 30, we can't graph it just yet because it's not in y equals mx plus b form. So we're going to minus the 2x from both sides, which gives you y equals negative 2x plus 4. Just kidding. That's what you will do. Too many of you will just ignore this negative that was in front of that, and we need it. It's got to be there. Simplify by changing that to a positive y, a positive 2x, and a negative 4. Change all signs, or divide by negative 1. We start down 4, and then go up 2 over 1. And you can continue to go up 2 over 1 to make an accurate line. Y equals 2 is not, it's almost in y equals mx plus b form. If it helps, put it in y equals mx plus b form. Call the slope 0. You know that your base is 2, and you're going to go up 0 over 1, up 0 over 1. Or just know that any y equals equation is a horizontal line with a slope of 0. I'm going to stop the video here and start a new one. We'll work with 32 through 50 for the second half. You can stop now, go click on the other link, and do the second half of the flipped notes, starting at number 32.